Okay, hello Alba. How are you today?
Sure. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. How are you today?
Very busy, teacher.
Busy?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Why busy? What were you doing? Or what are you doing right now?
A lot of things.
A lot of things. Okay, so I'm so sorry because you have a busy time, but thank you for being here on time. Okay, so you are always on time. That's something really good.
Thanks, teacher.
Tell me, what did you do today?
The same routine.
The same. Okay, very good. And how was your weekend?
Very busy. I was killer chicken.
Oh, you was eating or cooking?
No, killer.
Okay,
Killer.
good. But that's something nice. Okay, nice to listen to that, to those activities you were doing. Okay, let me check. Okay. I will text your classmates because I don't know what happened with them, but they are not coming yet. Let me text them. Okay, Marilyn is here, so she's connecting. Okay. Okay, we are going to start. Hello, Marilyn.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hello, I am fine. I am fine. And what about you, Marilyn?
I'm fine too, teacher.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, nice to listen to you. Well, Alba, Marilyn, it's time to start with the class. Let me share my screen with you and we are going to start. Okay, before we start, well, let me share my screen with you. Okay, can you see my screen? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, very good. Remember, well, in our last classes, we were studying present perfect continuous. So we practiced present perfect continuous to talk about actions that started in the past and they already finished recently, or actions that continues in present. Today, we will be practicing some of these activities, some actions that we have been doing for a long time and that they still continue, or maybe that we finished doing recently. Okay, so today, to start with our class, we will play It Seems Like Forever. So what is this activity about? As you can see today, we will play with the magic hat. Okay, this is a magic hat, so we will choose some time expressions. Okay, in the magic hat there are some time expressions. What do you have to do? You have to tell me a sentence using these time expressions. So let me see, let me share my screen with you. And here we go. Okay, before we start, hello, Rebecca. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm very well.
Okay, pretty cool. Okay, today, as I told you, you will see a time expression and you have to tell me a sentence using present progressive and that time expression. Okay, so let's start with Alba. Okay, let's start with Alba Castillo. Today, our time expression is lately. Okay, tell me one sentence using lately. For example, I will tell you, are you ready, Alba?
Also,
So, okay. Do you need my example or not?
yes.
Okay, so I will say my example and I will copy it here. To remember the structure of present perfect progressive. So I haven't been, okay, my example is negative. I haven't been drinking soda. I haven't been drinking soda lately. So this is my example. What about you, Alba? What's your example? Something that you recently have been doing or haven't been doing?
I have been cooking a lot of
I had been cooking a lot lately.
lately.
Okay, very good. So repeat again. In this case, we are going to say a lot because we are not mentioning anything else. If we say a lot of, we have to mention, for example, a lot of chicken, okay? Or a lot of rice. But if we say a lot, that means that we do it many times, okay?
Okay.
So repeat again your example. I have been cooking a lot lately.
I have been cooking a lot.
Okay, that's a great example. So good pronunciation, Alba. Thank you for practicing. Okay, so that's her sentence. That's her example. Now let's start and practice with Marilyn. Okay, Marilyn, let me see. Okay, you are my next volunteer. Look at the word. Okay. Aha, since January. Tell me one sentence using present perfect progressive since January. Go ahead.
I have been studying English since January.
Ah, great example, Marilyn. Glad for you. You have been studying English since January. So that was really good. Okay, thank you for your practice. So glad for you, Marilyn. Let's continue. Rebecca, our next example is for you. Okay, you have to tell me one example. Let's see. This week, okay, tell me one example using present perfect progressive and this week.
I haven't been doing exercise this week.
Okay, that's a great example. I like it. Very creative, Rebecca. Sorry, did you do exercise in the past?
Yes.
A long time ago?
Before pandemic.
Oh, before pandemic.
Yes, I went to the gym.
Oh, that's really good. And because of pandemic, you didn't continue?
Yes, for pandemic, but then I had fear, maybe.
Ah, okay, but that's pretty good, okay?
For the COVID.
Ah, okay, yeah, but that's pretty nice, okay? Thank you for sharing, Rebecca, and your example was really good. Thank you for it. Now let's check our next example, okay? Well, hello, Omar, how are you today?
Fine, teacher.
Okay, nice to see you, okay? Thank you for being here. What about you, Alma? How are you today?
Very nice, teacher.
Very nice. Okay, thank you for being here also. Well, Omar, this is your moment to practice. You have to tell me one sentence using present perfect progressive and the time expression on the screen. Okay, Omar? Very good.
Okay.
Your time expression is this week. Okay, tell me about something that you have been doing or haven't been doing this week.
Okay, let me see. I have going to work this week.
Okay, well, that's a great idea, but I have a question. I have going. Is there something missing in the sentence, Omar? I have going.
I have been going. Sorry.
Ah, pretty
Yeah.
cool. I have been going. So repeat again your example.
Okay, the example is I have been going to work this week.
Very good. I have been working to work. I have been going to work this week. Thank you for your example, Omar. That was great. Okay. So let's see. Let's continue now. We will listen again to some other people. Now, Rebecca, it's your time again. We have to practice again. Oh, but first, let's pay attention to Alma. Okay, Alma Marroquin. Remember, one sentence in present perfect progressive. Let's start with this. Okay, the example is for my whole life. Okay, so in all my life or for all my life. Tell me one example, Alma.
I have been um, mm, I have been eating for my whole life.
Okay, you have been eating for your whole life. Well, that's a very
Yes.
creative example. Okay, that's cool. Alma, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is Chinese food.
Oh, Chinese food.
Yes.
Okay, that's so delicious. Very good. Well, so you have been eating for a long time or for your whole life. Very good, Alma. Thank you. Now, Rebecca, next example is for you. Let's continue practicing and tell me one sentence using for 3 months. What have you been doing for 3 months?
I have been running every day for 3 months. That
Do you go for a running in your neighborhood?
sometimes maybe 3 days per week, maybe.
Okay, but that's pretty cool. So you have well, you have like a routine to go 3 times a week. That's so nice. Thank you for sharing,
But
Rebecca. Uh-huh.
isn't always. Sometimes
Isn't always. Uh-huh.
I don't.
Okay, but at least you have, well, you sometimes go, okay? But that's a great activity, okay? Very good. Thank you for sharing, Rebecca. Now let's continue. Let's pay attention to Alba Castillo. Alba, tell me one sentence using recently. Okay, so your sentences were similar. Remember the first one was lately? Now we have to use recently. Tell me something that you have been doing recently or you haven't been doing recently.
I have been doing my homework recently.
Ah, that's pretty good. Did you finish with your homework?
Yes.
Yes, okay, pretty cool. Glad for you, Alva. That's so nice. So, great example. You have been doing your homework recently, and it finished maybe some minutes ago or a few time ago. So very good, Alma. Thank you for sharing. Let's continue, please. Alma Marroquin, this is your example. Tell me one sentence. What have you been doing this week?
I have been studying English this week.
Ah, great job. So you have been studying English. Thank you for sharing. Let's continue, Marilyn. Tell me one sentence you see for 2 weeks. What have you been doing or you haven't been doing for 2 weeks?
I have been evaluation for my work for 2 weeks.
Repeat again your example.
I have been
I have been
mm,
what
evaluated
evaluating.
for my work for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Okay. Have you evaluated them? Do you evaluate people or they evaluate you?
They evaluated me.
Ah, okay. So maybe you can say I have been having evaluations. I have been having evaluations. Repeat again your example, Marilyn. I have been having evaluations for my work for 2 weeks.
I have been having evaluation for my work for 2 weeks.
Pretty good. Okay, thank you for sharing. So that's really good. Okay, thank you. Now let's check another example from Omar. Okay, Omar, it will be the last one. So tell me one sentence and tell me something that you have been doing for your whole life.
Okay, teacher. If you cannot hear me clear, is because my internet signal is very bad. So I try. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see for my whole life. Let me see. I have been playing the drum for my whole life.
Really? Do you play the drums?
Yeah.
Well, that's something really good. Do you continue playing the drum?
Yeah, some things because I don't have the instrument in my new house. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, so in nowadays I didn't, but I hope continue.
Well, but that's something nice. You can play an instrument. Where did you learn?
I learned with my cousin because my cousin is musician and he plays piano, bass, drum, and guitar, trumpet, saxophone. And with my cousin when I was a kid, I remember I went the house of my cousin, and in his house we learned and reading about this instrument. So the drums is is my favorite instrument. So because this I learned this instrument. I really love it.
Okay, but that's something good. Okay, so you learned with your cousin. Well, as you told me, he knows a lot about music because he knows a lot about different instruments. So that's something really
Yeah,
cool. Okay,
yeah.
very good.
I really love the music.
Okay, I can say it. Okay, and also your cousin. Okay, also he loves a lot music because he knows a lot about it. Well,
Yeah.
as you can see, guys, well, it was a great practice to remember how to create sentences in present perfect progressive. Okay, today we will have a short review about it. Remember that we use present perfect progressive to talk about actions that started in the past and they still continue in present, or also for actions that started in the past and they have just stopped recently. Okay, actions that we were doing in the past and that they had already finished a few minutes ago or a few time ago. Okay, now we will start and we will remember the structure. So Omar, what is the first part of a sentence in affirmative form, in present perfect progressive? What is the first part?
The first, I can say the structure.
Yes, tell me the structure, the complete structure if you want.
Okay, is the subject first plus auxiliary have or has plus I don't remember, but it's been, so I
Really
confuse.
good. Yes, that's right. Has, had been, or has been, and then
And the verb ing
and after that,
and complement.
and the complement. Okay, well done, Omar. So you remember very well the structure. Well, as you see, everybody, today we created sentences using this structure. The subject, have or has, then we use well, the verb to be in past participle, that is being. Then we use well, the ing verb, and the last part is our complement. So let me check. Okay, there we go. So as you see, today we were practicing those kind of examples, but now we can create more examples. As you see, we have different time expressions in this part. Since last year, for 3 months, recently and lately. Remember that these are synonyms. Recently and lately are synonyms. Then we had for 2 weeks, this week, all day, and for my whole life. Also, we had for a long time. But these are some common expressions, some common time expressions that we can use. Now, let's remember some examples. Remember the example that I said. Okay, I said I haven't been, remember this is a negative example. I haven't been drinking soda lately. Okay, I haven't been drinking soda lately. So as you see, the only difference that we have between an affirmative and a negative example is that we, instead of using have been or has been, we use haven't been or hasn't been. Okay, so these are some examples that we can create. Now let's check. Alba Castillo, tell me another example using a present perfect progressive. It can be affirmative or negative.
Okay. She has been sleeping late for 3 months.
For 3 months. Okay, very good. That's a great example. She has been sleeping late for 3 months, and maybe she still continues. So very good job, Alma. Great example. As you see, the important thing is to use this structure. Has been sleeping, have been drinking, or haven't been drinking. Remember, that's the most important thing, to use the auxiliary, the verb to be in past participle and the ing form of the verb, okay? Let's continue with another example. Please, Madeline, tell me another example about present perfect progressive.
He has been watching TV.
She has been watching TV. What is the time expression or no time expression in this opportunity?
Since 3 p.m.
Ah, very good. That's another example, but it's correct. Since 3 p.m. and it's right now it's 9:30. So a long time. Very good. Marilyn, thank you for your example. That was pretty cool. As you see, we have the important thing in a sentence is to use the auxiliary, been, and ing. All the sentences important? Yes, all the sentences important. But the most important thing is to use the auxiliary, been, and the ing verb. Okay, let's continue right now. We will have a short practice to continue remembering this part. Right now, we will have a listening practice. What do you have to do? Please, on your notebook, write the answers. Okay, write the answers. You have to listen to the audio I'm gonna play, and then we will check all this complete sentence, all the complete sentences. Let me share my screen right now. Oh, sorry. Let me share the sound right now and the audio. Let me see. Okay. Tell me if you can listen.
Listening Lab, Exercise 25. Present Perfect, Continuous Tense Verbs. 1.
Can you listen? No, right?
She has been living
Yes.
there for 2 years.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why, but I can't. Okay. Let's see. We will listen right now to an audio. We will listen right now to an audio, and then we can complete this exam.
Listening Lab, Exercise 25. Present Perfect, Continuous Tense Verbs. 1. She has been living there for 2 years. 2. How have you been doing? 3. It has been raining all day. 4. They haven't been paying attention. 5. What has he been reading? 6. We have been eating a lot of healthy food lately. 7. What kind of music have you been listening to lately? 8. This car hasn't been running properly. 9. Have you been exercising? 10. Flights have been arriving late all day.
Okay, very good. We will listen to the audio one more time, and then we are completing the sentences together, okay? Pay attention. Let's start again.
Listening lab, exercise 25. Present perfect, continuous tense verbs. 1. She has been living there for 2 years. 2. How have you been doing? 3. It has been raining all day. 4. They haven't been paying attention. 5. What has he been reading? 6. We have been eating a lot of healthy food lately. 7. What kind of music have you been listening to lately? 8. This car hasn't been running properly. 9. Have you been exercising? 10. Flights have been arriving late all day.
Okay, very good. Now that we listen the audio twice, we have to complete the sentences. We will start right now with Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca, tell me, what is example number 3? Number 1.
She has been living there for 2 years.
Ah, okay, very good job. Let me write a sentence. So she has been living there for 2 years. Okay, that's a great example. Thank you for sharing. What about example number 2? Please, Alma Marroquin, tell me, what is example number 2?
How you been doing?
Okay,
All day.
how have you been doing? Okay, very good. Thank you for your practice. How have you been doing? Okay, let's see. Omar, tell me, what is example number 3?
Okay, the example number 3, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, the example number 3 is, it had been raining all the day.
Okay, so repeat again. We use have or has?
It has been
Oh, very good. It has been
raining
all
all,
day.
yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, thank you for your example, Omar. Now, Alva, what is example 4? Oh, it is in negative.
They haven't been
They haven't been.
pay attention.
Okay, they haven't been paying attention. Okay, thank you for your practice. Now let's check. tell me, Marilyn, what is example number 5?
Teacher, I can hear this part.
Oh, okay, don't worry, okay? Let's check another person. Rebecca, do you have the answer?
That was, what has he been reading?
Ah, very good. What has he been reading? Nice job, Rebecca. Okay, thank you. And don't worry, Marilyn, you will help me in another example, okay? Let's see, example 6, please. Alma Marroquin, tell me, what is number 6?
We have been,
We had been, and the ing verb?
no remember teacher.
You don't remember? Okay, read the last part of the sentence. A lot of healthy food lately. A
Eating,
lot of healthy food. Repeat again.
eating.
Nice job. Now please read the complete sentence again. We have been eating.
We have been eating a lot of early or lately.
Very good. A lot of healthy food lately. Thank you. Thank you. Alma Marroquin. The sentence is correct. Okay, guys, remember in some examples, if you don't remember the word, tell me one answer based on the context. Okay, based on the context. In some examples, we can do it. In some other examples, it's not possible, guys. But in this opportunity, you did it great, Alma. Thank you. Continue with the next example, number 7. Marilyn, do you have the answer of number 7?
Yes. What kind of music have you been listening to lately?
Have you been listening to lately? Nice job. Okay, listening. There you go. Okay, nice job. Okay, that's the correct question. Well done, Marilyn. Now, Omar, tell me what's number 8? Well, this is a negative example. What is the correct example, boy?
Okay, teacher, the number 8, I don't listen the example. So I have the last one. I have the
Oh,
number
no.
9 and I have the number 10 example.
Okay, help me with number 9 then.
Okay. Number 9 is, have you been exercising?
Okay, have you been exercising? Okay. Repeat again, Omar. Have you been
Yeah.
exercising?
Have you been exercising? Yeah.
Nice job. Okay, very good job. I like it. Now let's continue with example. Well, we have to complete example 8 and 10. Okay, let's see. Please tell me, Alba, do you have number 8?
Yes.
Oh, tell me, what is the correct example?
Car hasn't been running.
Okay, this car hasn't been running. That's right. Okay, that's the correct example. This car hasn't been running properly. Now, let's go with example 10. Please, Marilyn, do you have number 10?
No, teacher.
No. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Rebecca, do you have number 10?
Flight has been arriving late all day.
Okay. Flights have or has?
Oh, yes, has. Arriving.
Has been arriving. Okay, has been arriving late all day. Well, Rebecca, has flights
flights is like day.
Yes, that's right.
So is have.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, remember that flights is in plural. So for plurals, we always use have. So flights have been arriving late all date. So very good job. Thank you, everybody. The examples are correct. So we use the correct vocabulary, and also, of course, we were using the right, the right structure of present perfect progressive. Now it's time to go to another activity. We gotta move to, let me see.
Teacher,
Okay. Yes, Omar.
I think I have 9.5 because I listen the audio and I type in my in my laptop, and in my notepad complete all the sentence. So I have the one line, excuse me, and I write all. So
Okay.
the number 8 I don't I can hear it. So but I think I have I have good practice.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Guys, in this opportunity, if you have the complete sentences, it's pretty cool. If you only have the words, it's also good. Remember that the important thing is to practice our listening, okay? And also, if you could do it, our writing, or in our computer or in our notebook. Both are great skills that we are practicing now. Guys, we are going to move to our next activity. We have another practice in this part, everybody, but because of the time, we will not have it today, okay? We will have, if you can, I'm not pretty sure, but I guess in the PDF, in the presentation that I sent you on the WhatsApp group, you can click on the word and you will go to the activity that we've had, okay? I'm not pretty sure if you can work like this, but if you can, please do it, practice, okay? Now, let's move on and practice this this question, okay, or this activity, okay? We have the following question. Where have you been considering going on your next holiday? Where have you been considering going on your next holiday? Right now, we will practice in pairs, okay? You have to tell your classmate about places that you have been considering going and why. So I know, guys, that our next holidays are on April, I guess, but try to use your imagination, be creative, and think about places you want to go, okay? And remember to use present perfect progressive. You have 2 minutes to speak about this with your classmates, okay? So let me move you to groups. Today we only have 2 groups. Please, guys, practice for 2 minutes, okay? Marilyn has to talk about this 2 minutes. Omar has to talk about this 2 minutes. Alba has to talk about this 2 minutes. Rebecca has to talk about this 2 minutes. So we are going to share, or we are going to speak about it in the groups 4 minutes. 2 minutes one person, 2 minutes the next person. Is that clear, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so right now, please take advantage of time and talk about places you are considering going for your next holiday. Okay, see you in 2 minutes. Sorry, see you in 4 minutes. Bye-bye.
Hablar. We have
I have been going. I have been going to traveling to maybe Honduras or Costa Rica with my girlfriend from my next holiday. So I think it's difficult for me because in this time for the next holiday, I will I will work. So I don't sure I have vacations for the next holiday, but I have been talking with my girlfriend, and we like we like travel to Honduras or Costa Rica. So I have been saving money, so I think these two good options for travel. But okay.
Okay, now it's time for you, Marilyn. So you have 2 minutes to speak about it. Remember, you have to talk about places you have been considering, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, hi, continue.
Um, I consider
Did you finish?
No, teacher.
No, not yet. Okay. Remember to speak about places you have been considering going on your next holiday. For example, I have been considering going to Guatemala next vacation because I have always wanted to travel to another country. And also because I want to visit the zoo that they have, well, the zoos that they have in their country. Okay, that's my example. Now let's talk about yours, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Continue, Rebecca.
What?
Continue.
Okay. And I would like to see the pyramids. Pyramids. Pyramids.
Okay.
And you?
I have been considering going at the beach specific in San Diego because it's a beautiful place and my family like it because it's ay, ¿dónde está cerca? Because it's, near and near and in holiday is
Well, hello guys. I was listening to some of your answers and well, I'm really sure that you practice, okay? So I gave an example to Alba and Rebecca, and I said, for example, guys, remember to use present perfect progressive to talk about places you have been considering. For example, I said that I have been considering going to Guatemala on my next vacation because I really like this country because of their, I want to visit their zoos, and also because I always wanted to travel to another country, and Guatemala is a good option. Okay, this is a very short example that I gave, but it can help you to have a clear idea of what we have to do. Right now, before we practice or before we continue with our practices, let's pay attention to Omar. Omar, I listened to your answer and you did very well. Can you tell me what places have you been considering going on your next holiday?
Yeah, I have been talking with my girlfriend and we consider travel to Costa Rica or Honduras. So it's not, I'm not sure. So because I know I not have all the week of holidays, but I have 1 or 2 days. So I think we travel to 1 day or and 1 night. So we have been talking this with my girlfriend. So I hope complete that.
Yeah, okay, that was pretty cool, Omar. That's a great plan, okay? Going to another country, it's a good decision. Also going to some places in El Salvador, but if you have the time, so you can try going to another country. I really like it. I hope you could do it, okay? Now
Thank you.
let's see. You're welcome. Now let's see. Rebecca, can you tell me about what places have you been considering going on your next holiday?
In the next holiday,
Yeah.
well, I have been thinking visit to Machu Picchu, but it's just a dream because I know it's very expensive. But
Okay. Uh-huh.
option a little bit more sure, maybe, is go to Guatemala with my family.
Okay, pretty good. Have you ever gone to Guatemala?
Yes, I
Oh,
went to Antigua, Guatemala, and the city, and other place, but right now I can't remember. I
you don't remember the name, but
remember.
the important thing is that it was in Guatemala.
Yes.
That's good, Rebecca. Okay, thank you for sharing. Well, those are good answers, guys, and those are good plans. Okay, as you said, Rebecca, Machu Picchu is a little bit expensive, and yes, it is. Sadly, it is. But well, we don't know. Maybe in the future you could do it.
I
Okay,
hope. Yes.
you hope. Yes. Okay, so work hard for it. Well, we have our last activity, guys. Because of the time, we are not going to practice in groups because, well, it's almost time to go. But I want to know your answers. For example, well, the next question, let me share my screen. Well, it is. As you can see, the question it is, what has been motivating you recently? So what has been your motivation in these days? Okay, tell me about it. As I said before, we are not practicing in groups because of the time, but we are going to practice here. I will give my example and then maybe you can share with me what has been motivating you in these days. Okay, for example, as you can read in the instructions or in the directions, you can tell me about things that has been motivating you or people that has been motivating you. Okay, for example, I can tell you about myself. Something that has been motivating me a lot in these days has been my family, because I consider that I'm working and I'm studying and I'm still doing many things because I want to show them that I have that I'm able to do many things, and also because that I consider that I can help them a lot with different things, that different plans that we have as family. So they have been motivating me a lot. Also, I could say that my plans for the future, the plans that I have for my future has been motivating me a lot, Because I want to achieve great things in my life. And if I want to get those things, I have to work hard. So that's my, well, that's my presentation. Those are the things that have been motivating me a lot. Now, Alba Castillo, can you tell me about what has been motivating you recently?
Has been my family, my son, my daughter, and my husband. Because I'm sorry, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. But that's pretty cool. So the people, in this case, the people that has been motivating you is your family.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Do you have any special or any plan for the future? A specific plan for the future?
Yes, because oh so, because they have my life.
Okay.
And I realize for them.
Okay, so you want to achieve great things, right?
Hello?
You want to achieve great things for them.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, as you can see, guys, today's class was more about things that we started doing maybe in the past and that we continue now. As I know, when you started learning English, or maybe when you started a specific plan, you started because you wanted to achieve something. And well, guys, my words, what I can say today is continue. Okay, continue doing well, any plan that you have, anything that you start doing in the past, that you started doing in the past, continue. Okay, until you achieve it. Okay, and then you will see that things will work better. So thank you guys for sharing a little bit. And today, before we go, because it's almost time, we have to check what is our homework for today. Guys, please work on this activity 3.2.1, which is grammar. Then the next activities 3.2.2, 3.2.3, and 3.2.4 are practices. Please do these activities and continue working hard. It was a pleasure to see you today. I know you are doing great things and you will continue. So for today, take care, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Thank you, teacher. Good job. Good class.
Okay, thank you.
Very important.
Okay, thank you guys. Nice to listen to it. So bye-bye. See you tomorrow.